good morning, good morning. It is a great day in Houston. I'm Dr. Thelma Scott, and I am the host and the founder of Embracing Diversity Show. And I just want to let you know, guys, I am so blessed to be here today, to wake up and see this beautiful day because, tomorrow is not promised to any of us. And I'm so blessed to be here today, and I have some wonderful guests. We're going to be celebrating you guys Black History today. It's our Black History Show. So I'm going to turn it over to one of my hosts here today. She's going to tell you who she is and tell you that she got a guest here today. We're going to be saying a little bit about Black history, all righty? So, Dr. Sandra Scott, can you take it away and tell us a little bit about what's going on today?
Yes, good morning, good morning.
Yes.
We are here, of course, for the Embracing Diversity radio show. So we're going to be talking about several things today. One of the things that we're definitely going to be highlighting is Black History Month. So we're going to talk a little bit about the history of Black History Month and what's going on in the city and give everyone an opportunity to maybe enjoy some of the activities and festivities that will be going on throughout this month. We know we're halfway through February at this point, which is a short month, even though it's leap year. But we are going to be talking about that, and we do have some guests that'll be coming through. One of my guests, Charles Washington, is a prominent artist in the city, and he's going to be talking about some of the things that he has going on, and we have some other guests that are here or that will be coming through. So we're looking forward to an exciting and informative show today.
All right. Okay. You want them to come on now? I'm trying to get one in so they can come and take some pictures.
Oh, okay then.
Okay
then. Well, can I talk a little bit about Black History Month and why we are here celebrating Black History Month before I introduce Mr. Washington? First of all, Black History Month was actually started in 1926. Well, it started out as Negro History Week, and that was started about by Carter G. Woodson, who was a lecturer, a historian, and he wanted to take time so that everyone would know about the contributions of folks in the African diaspora, that is.
Right.
So that's how Black history got started. That's why he's known as the Black History Month, not Black History. And then in 1970, but the powers that be decided that we would take the entire month of February to commemorate Black History Month. But I do want to say that Black History Month, as well as Black history, started before the war, the Civil War, and the Emancipation. And that's the important thing about that. Black history is celebrated not just in these United States of America, but it's also celebrated in Canada. It's also celebrated in some countries in the Middle East and in the United Kingdom. Actually, they celebrate Black History Month in October. But we want to continue to make sure that we celebrate Black History Month. Now, each year there is a theme. So this year, the national theme for Black History Month is African Americans and labor. Okay. Last year was actually African Americans in the culture, in arts, but this year it's actually African Americans and labor. So my guest today is a vital part of history, and he's certainly making Black history through his art. Charles Washington, he's a local artist, but he hails from another city, and I'm gonna let him tell us about himself and some of the things that he does. I call him a folk artist. He's very unique. He uses various media in his art. When I say that, he used cars, doors. He's also a sculptor. So, Charles, would you come forward this morning? Hold on just a moment. We're going to back up, I do believe.
Back up just a little bit. We're going to introduce our other co-host. Dr. Allen should tell you a little bit about her and what she does here as one of my co-hosts. Okay, Dr. Allen, go ahead.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. I'm excited to be here this morning on this Black History program.
Yes.
We want to thank our special guest as well.
I think she got some Black history too that she can talk about.
Yeah,
she knows some artists too.
I just did a program in East Texas where we honored.
Tell us a bit about your program that you just had, your Black History program in East Texas, right? East Texas.
We honored trailblazers, people that are doing and making a difference in the community. Yes. We also had the Canton Spirituals out of Canton, Mississippi.
All right.
We had Quentin Simon from Houston.
Okay.
So we just had a joyous time, and also we had the newspaper out there. We had the state representative there, so we just honored Black History.
Black History Month. That's beautiful. Wonderful. Black History. We have to celebrate Black History the whole month of February. All right, Dr. Scott, go ahead now.
We celebrate Black History 24/7, 365, and this year 366 days of the year.
Yes.
That's very important that we do this, especially in the times that we're living in with critical race theory and folks wanting to not actually talk about the contributions of folks of from Africa or African American. So we have to always say that. We take this month out in particular, but Black history is American history. Black history is world history. So at this time, we will now bring up Charles Washington, and he's gonna let us know, come forward, to let us know some of the things that he's doing, because he is certainly making history and making sure that we in Houston do not forget our history, and he's using art to do that. Okay. Charles, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, yes, we're so honored to have you today.
Well, first of all, I would like to thank you to have me here, and you're absolutely right. Black history is 24/7, and it's very important to be able to realize that we must not depend on others to be able to tell our history.
That's correct.
I mean, myself, in the position I'm in as an artist, but also as someone to understand the process to be able to stabilize our culture, you have to be able to engage in different perspective. Right. And this is a good and bad. Black History Month is the bad month for me.
Oh, right.
It's a bad month. I'm saying that to say that that's the only time when you talk about labor and topics. I'm not just an artist, I'm a businessman. And that includes lectures, but also to be able to bring my art to the community, to be able to educate them, to be able to be prepared for the future. And I'm determined to be able to make sure that our culture be stabilized. And also, I'm not just a Houston artist, I'm an international artist. I pursue different locations because of the African diaspora. But getting back to the conversation of Black History Month, that's the only time I'm called. That's in the Black community. I should be in a position where I'm in a place where I can educate more people about not just the culture but the business aspect of it. So when you're talking about labor, to be able to influence others to be able to follow you, you have to be able to connect all those together. And like I said, I feel honored to be able to be here today, to be able to speak among those things. And as an international artist, I get exposed to a lot, and I have a short period of time to talk about these things. But as an artist here in Houston, I have upcycle artwork. I have a gallery located in City Hall. You know, these are things that, from a culture standpoint, we need to be able to recognize those things. I'm right now putting up a gallery showing for Black History Month, and also extending it to the Sister City International organization. I'm on the board of the Sister City International of Houston. So these are things that we need to educate ourselves about to be able to expand our knowledge, not just here in Houston, but throughout the world. I have projects right now in place where it's involving the history of Jewel Brown, perfect example, a good friend of mine. I invested into her vehicle to be able to use that as a riding museum of American jazz icons that are in Houston. You know, those things are important. That vehicle is not about the vehicle, but what it contains. You have historical people that have been all around the world, but not even recognized in their home.
That's right.
Jewel Brown is one of those person.
Yes.
And so to get more involved in the community, start with grassroots. Don't forget about the artists that are putting things in place. I'm just one of those artists. I'm in a position right now to be able to speak freely because I'm my own man. I do what I feel is proper and best. So I really applaud you guys bringing me in here to be able to speak briefly. But to know more about Charles Washington, just Google me, but also get in touch with me because I have more to say in a short period of time. So I really appreciate being here today. Thank you.
Thank you, Charles. Tell us a little bit about the work that you're doing, because you're also working through the United Nations with the project. Can you tell us a little bit about what you're doing with that?
Well, right now on this International Jazz Day, that has never been done here in Houston the way we're putting it together. And it's to be able to create
International Jazz Day?
International Jazz Day. That's all over the world. And I'm also connected with Sister City, Luanda, Angola, and I'm actually part of that board. You know, so what we're doing is actually, people don't realize that the first slave ship started from Angola. Okay,
that's history right there.
And the other thing is ended when we have Juneteenth. Houston is important, so why aren't we connecting this? Why don't we fill in the void? There's that void there can really bring people to understand the importance of what we're doing. I mean, Angola, that's an important location. It's the only sister city in Houston that's from the African countries. We need to start looking at our platform, not here, but beyond that. Everything that I'm focusing on right now is my legacy, and whatever I'm doing is bigger than myself. Going back to the International Jazz Day, my goal is to be able to put Houston in a better position internationally with the music. I'm familiar with all the musicians in Houston. I've created Doors. I know Bubba Thomas. No one
history.
They forget.
Yes.
I have posters that I created in '92. You know, so when we talk about history, history tells you how to go forward.
That's correct.
And in the position.
Can you tell us just a little bit about the International Day? You know, because this is history that the kids need to know about in the schools, and they don't know about it.
This was something that was created by the UN because of the acknowledging that jazz, American jazz history, jazz was created here, and it was created, and blues, it was created under adverse situation. So it's not just a pleasure of it, was communication, it's the struggle. All those things are put in place, and that's the symbol all around the world. And so International Jazz Day was established to be able to have it all throughout the world in that particular day. And what we're doing here is I'm actually selecting three major locations. One is Emmett's. The other is the Red Cat, and we're going to select another location to be able to connect and have events there. And we're going to have African artists come to these locations.
Wonderful.
And to be able to communicate and really show the story that we have to work together. There's a lot more I can say, but we don't have enough time for that.
Well, let's say this. Also, when we're talking about Black history, I want to definitely bring home the point that it's not just African Americans that need to know Black history. Because every time you stop at a red light, Garrett Morgan, a Black man, invented that. If you ever had a blood transfusion, Charles Richard Drew was the person that saved lives with the blood transfusion. Whenever you look at you put a sole on your heel, that was invented by a black person. I want to also make sure that when we are in these spaces, that we acknowledge that everyone, because it's not in the history books. You're not going to be taught this from pre-K to 12th grade in public schools. You're just not. You talked about Jewel Brown. She was also a friend of mine. Jewel Brown, at the age of 13, I think, or 15, yes, she left her home in Third Ward to go sing with Louis Armstrong, right? So and if you know any other history, she was a singer in Jack Ruby's club in Dallas. Look up Louis Armstrong. Right. Look up the other gentleman I just spoke about. You'll see how historic Mrs. Brown was. She was able to purchase the home that she lived in for her parents because she traveled the world with Louis Armstrong. That's Miss Jewel Brown, and she was right here in Houston, Texas. Now, Charles, I know we can discuss a lot of things, and as you can see, this is very important to me. But Charles is going to be one of our panelists at our Black History Month program, which my organization, JAMA, will be having on February the 23rd. And we are going to be having a group of panelists that's going to be discussing some of those things that are important, not only to the African American community, but to everyone. So we're going to be talking about the arts, civic engagement, music. We even have someone from the Latino culture that's going to be a popular DJ in the city. He's also going to be on the panel. Because of my work with Safe Diversity, I must bring in environmental equity and justice. So we will have several people on the panel as we celebrate our culture musically as well. So I'll talk a little bit briefly. I'll announce it again, but that's going to be this coming Sunday, February the 23rd at 3 o'clock. JAMA, we're happy to say that Safe Diversity Community is also one of the sponsors for this event, and we're inviting everyone out. So to take part in this is, we look at February as an opportunity to talk about Black history, but it's not a one-off. Okay?
All right. So, Mr. Washington, we would like to honor you today as one of our Black history guests for Safe Diversity and Radio Dabang. So if you come stand over here by Sandra and I, everybody come stand here. We'll get a picture of you with your honoree today. Oh, they ain't got your picture on there. All right.
Okay, and Charles, can you turn around before we take that picture? This is some of Charles' artwork.
Oh, okay.
Like I said, he uses a lot of media in his artwork, which includes textiles. Right. Okay, and so he did that. Okay.
Ms. Johnson, did you get a picture?
Come on.
I want to get a picture of his back first.
Oh, okay. Come on. Let's turn around.
There's a purpose for everything, so I'll explain it at your panel.
Okay. You got it?
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Okay. Now we can get your certificate. Okay.
I appreciate this.
All right. Everybody come up here to see.
Come on.
Can you see everybody, Miss Flores? Can you see everybody? Okay.
1, 2.
Thank you, Rose. I appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
This is great. It's my honor to accept this.
It was an honor to have you here today, okay? And we'll get more pictures after the show, okay?
Thank you.
So don't move. Okay. All right. Next, we're going to turn it over to our other guests. Okay, hold on. We have a guest on the line. Hold on just a moment.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Let my other host introduce herself, and then we get the call on the line. Go ahead.
Good morning, everyone. Sunshine Rodriguez here with Sunshine Personnel Solutions. It's always a pleasure to connect with you. I have been a board member for many, many years with Safe Diversity, and it's just an honor and pleasure to be a part of this. We help students with scholarships throughout the years, so if you're not a member yet, look forward to connecting with you. If you're a business owner and are looking to expand your network, definitely get in touch with us. As well as for my business, I do a lot of hiring. We place people, office professionals, general to skilled. We place people with clean backgrounds, misdemeanors, and felons as well. So we are a second chance, second opportunity. So if you're looking for a job, connect with Sunshine Personnel Solutions. And my phone number is 832-863-1090. Thank you.
All righty. Thank you, my sunshine, as I call her. Thank you so much. And we'll get with you in a minute with your guest. Sandra, did you want to say something else before her introduce her guest?
Well, do we want Tweed is on the line? Do
Okay,
we want,
I want
okay.
you to introduce your guest.
Oh,
on the line.
okay, great.
Go ahead.
So, Tweed Smith, another person I consider a friend. I met her when I was president of the Houston Blues Society. Mm-hmm. But Tweed is a jazz, R&B, and blues singer. She was the only female singer with the group War. And she has worked with the likes of Sly Stone, Billy Preston. Some of you all may know some of these names, but we're going to let her tell you a little bit about what she is doing in the city with the Houston Music Collective and some of the other things. So good morning and welcome, Tweed.
Good morning to all.
Hold on,
and
Jim.
thank
Little
you.
getting it together. Okay.
Good morning to all, and thank you for this opportunity to be a part of exposing the great history of our people.
Oh, okay. Okay.
No, let her lay it here if we can hear. Don't put it on. We won't be able to hear if she put it on.
But okay.
No, don't put it on you.
Okay, guys. We're
Right here.
we're having not difficulties, but
Yeah, 'cause
we're trying
everybody
to
can
get
hear.
it together so we can hear Tweed. Okay. All right. Tweed, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. Can you hear me now?
We can.
Yeah, we can hear. Go
Well, it is such a great opportunity to be with you, and thank you for inviting me. I have been truly enlightened by some of the history that I've heard today, of not only what you spoke of, Ms. Scott, but Mr. Charles Washington is a dear friend of mine,
Okay.
and I've been involved with the efforts of what he speaks also. Now, I am Tweed Smith, the only female member of the world-renowned group Forbes. I have worked with many great artists throughout my career, and it is a pleasure that I can say Houston is my home. Excuse me. If you would please Google me, you can see all of the accolades, all of the great people that I've been blessed to have worked with musically. But right now, today, I am working as an educator, working with the youth to enlighten them of how they can be a part of a great history with the musical aspect, because music is not just performance. Music is business. Music is a culture. So I always have words to encourage our youth to stay with the music. And as you can see, the schools are taking the music away. So we're trying to fill the void of keeping the music playing with our children, and how important that music connects to their history is because we are the people that gave this world music. Rhythm comes from the heartbeat, but the drums and the banjos, all of that comes from Africa. So when you speak of music, I get very excited.
I know you're one of the leaders and directors of the Community Music Center of Houston, and I know you work real intimately and director with the musical Truth Choir. So can you tell us a little bit about that experience and about your upcoming performance with the world famous Fisk Jubilee Singers?
I just want you to know the Fifth Jubilee Singers were here last week. We had them here. It was a great and very successful event with wall to wall people, no place to sit. But right now, let me speak on Musical Truth, which is a community choir, a citywide community choir. And I have asked anyone that would like to sing, think about singing, or just only have a song in their heart, they're welcome to come and lift their voices with this community choir. The Community Music Center of Houston is dedicated to educating our community and in musical forms of all time. We have our great director, Dr. Ann Lundy, who is one of the greatest classical violinists and also one of the few black female conductors in the state of Texas. So I want to just let the community know that if you're interested in lessons for your children or for your member of your family or you yourself to think, I've always wanted to play an instrument. The Community Music Center of Houston offers that opportunity for you. My department is singing and performance. So if you want to lift your voice in song, please come and join the Community Music Center's Musical Troupe. We rehearse every other Saturday for 2 hours. We have an event coming up with you, Miss Scott, at the, I believe it's Discovery Green. Could you talk a little bit about that?
Some events that are coming up, and hopefully Tweed and her group, the Musical Truth, will also be with us during our Black History Month program. But we are going to actually have an event coming up at Discovery Green, so we definitely will be talking about that later on in the program. Tweed, can you, because Dr. Scott and I are avid blues music lovers, and so can you tell us where you are appearing locally in the next week or so we can drop by and hear you?
I would love to have you come out. Emmons is one of the favorite spots that I frequent. I don't have my own show coming booked until next month. April. I have something on my calendar, but I will be performing across the city wherever I go because they don't let me keep my seat. I know you're a great blues lover. Emmett have blues on. I believe our blues jams are on Monday nights. I know that the Big Easy is a big advocate for blues genre.
That's one of Dr. Scott's favorite places.
Yes,
yes, ma'am.
Have us there, and I'll be there with the great Johnny Rawls in April. He's a big worldwide known international blues artist. I would like to tell a story, Dr. Scott, if you don't mind, about my tenure in New York. When I was living there, I met the great Miss Ruth Brown, and you know she was a big blues singer. And
yes,
when I was introduced to her, they chose her, Miss Vivian. I worked the Baby Grand, so I was working the Baby Grand when I was introduced to her. And Miss Vivian said, she's from Houston. She said, oh, the best singing girls I've ever met from Houston. She said, do you know Jewel Brown? Now, I had been in Jesus Christ Superstar, had been with War, had worked with Bobby Womack. He and I recorded Love Had Finally Come at Last, way before Patti LaBelle, and he released it. And worked with all the greats. I thought I knew everybody.
Right.
She said, well, if you don't know Jewel Brown, you don't know nobody.
Right.
I felt like a penny with a hole in it. And when I came to Houston, came back home, I was looking for a place to have an outlet for my music. I had my youngest son, he was 2 years old. I'd been off the road, out of connection with my music community. And I was walking down the street and saw a billboard say, auditions for musicals, the Community Music Center of Houston. And I walked in to audition, and there I met who was the star of the show, Miss Jewel Brown. I had the opportunity to work with her. We went to Robinson Center with that show, Sweet Lorraine, to commemorate Clinton's inauguration in 1992.
President
And when I
Clinton.
told her the
Okay.
story of Miss Ruth Brown, she was so excited and said, "Baby, I know you're telling the truth." She shot me. I love the story, to share that story of how divine order brought me straight to Jewel Brown. When Miss Ruth Brown said, "You don't know Jewel Brown. You don't know nobody." I thought I knew everybody. I worked with the Rolling Stones. Ron Wood was producing Ringo Starr. Bobby Womack sent me to sing on the Rose album with Ringo Starr and the Rolling Stones. There wasn't nobody else out there should know, but I didn't know my people. I didn't know my history.
Right.
Jewel Brown out of Houston, Texas. So when I met her, she just took me under her wing, kept me with her, called me daily to encourage me. And I just am so proud to have had that opportunity to meet such a great artist as that lady.
Right. Thank you. Thank you so much for all of that history. And I know you have a lot more to share, and we'll look forward to seeing you soon. Also, I have to say this, we lost Jewel Brown last year.
Right.
We lost Jewel Brown last year, but she was her name is Jewel, but she was a jewel to the blues and the jazz community. And I'm going to speak her name, but I'm going to speak a phrase that everybody knows Miss Brown by, because when you saw her, she would say, "Keep a cool booty." That was what she was known for. So we love Jewel Brown, and thank you, Tweed, for giving us those stories, because that's Black history.
Yes, it is.
You can look any one of these folks up on Google, Wikipedia, and anywhere else, and you will know that they are definitely not just Black history, but they are world history. They are American history. So Tweed, and as soon as I see you, I have something from Safe Diversity Communities and the Embracing Diversity radio show, as well as Radio Dabang. This is your certificate that we're giving to you of appreciation for being on our Black History segment on this morning. Thank you, and you have a great day. I love you.
Wait a minute, Miss. We're going to make sure that Sandra, we get a picture with Sandra with it for you so she can send it to you, okay? With your certificate. Okay, come on, Sandra. And thank you again for being on the show. Okay, and thank you for all you do, and just being for Black history, all that you do, okay? Okay, everybody, come on, let's get a picture. Okay?
And Tweed will also be working with Charles Washington on that international jazz event as well.
All right.
By all means.
See everybody? Okay.
Jazz and R&B, that's right.
R&B. Oh. Get on the other side of the center. No, Sandra, you can stand right here. You in for her, so you need to be right here. Okay? Right? You got it? All righty. Thank you guys so much. Right now, we'll let our other host, she's a little late, but she's here, so we're going to let her introduce herself. Dr. Turner Leona Phillips, can you come and have your seat, please? Yes. I know she's all over the place, but I'm going to get her seated, right? But she can stay still, but she can introduce herself and tell you a little bit about what she does and who she represents here while she's on the show, okay?
Good morning, good morning.
All righty.
I'm Leona Phillips with the Phillips Law Firm,
Okay.
and we focus on helping families with children with special needs.
All right.
This month, obviously, we are very much celebrating Black history.
Yes, ma'am.
And one of the things that I would like people to think about is talking to your representatives to make sure that we keep DEIA
Exactly.
in the classrooms, in the universities. One of the things that I saw that was kind of scaring me was that there was a discussion about removing Black history studies from universities.
Yes.
So please, let's go ahead and have a talk with our kids and with our senators and our legislatures to make sure that that does not happen. We don't need to stop education. So please, everyone, look into that. Know your rights and exercise your rights.
All right. Can you tell them a little bit how to reach you and where you are?
All right, so I'm here in Houston. So Phyllis Law Firm is at FILISLAW.com. Our phone number is 713-462-1777. And then Mrs. Scott gave me the name Attorney Phyllis. So if you go to
Yes.
YouTube, you can see me at Attorney Phyllis. That's my channel.
Can I say
Alrighty.
something about DEI?
Go ahead.
When you think of DEI, if I say the word DEI, and we all have a visual mindset.
Well, can you tell them what those definitions are?
Yes.
You believe some people don't know what
Yes,
it is. And you
it's
explain it, please.
diversity, equity, and inclusion.
Right.
So when I say the word DEI, I want you to picture an individual. Okay. I want you to know that the number one recipient of DEI is a European, a white female.
Right.
African Americans are number 7,
Yes.
even after the indigenous people, Latinos, LGBTQ,
Right.
if I have it right.
Right.
Okay, so I want you to know that. So
Right.
when it's not a their problem, it's an our problem.
That's
so
right.
when we say these terms and say these things, we
Right.
need to understand
Right.
that if these programs are being cut, we're number 7.
Number 7.
African Americans. When I say we, we're not number 1, number 2, 3, 4, 5. I know we can count 6 or 7.
Number 7.
Okay, so let's remember that. So as Attorney Phyllis said, when you talk to your legislators,
Right.
you let them know, because you have a vested interest in this, even more so than
Than
we
we
do.
have,
Because
yes.
once again, let's everybody say we're number 7. So when someone says DEI,
Right.
get that black female out of your mind and
Right.
put somebody that you know in your mind who's benefiting from DEI. That's why it's important that, and we thank you, Radio Dabang, and embracing diversity, because a lot of times we listen to sound bites and we think we know, but we don't know. So that's why it is so important to know these things, because if we don't, we're going to continue to go down this rabbit hole, and we are going to be in a bad place in America. So we're either going to sink together or we're going to swim together. Hey, it's Black History Month.
It's Black History Month. Every month is Black History. All righty. At this time, I'm going to turn it over to our co-host, Sunshine, and she's going to introduce her guest that she has here today. All righty?
Absolutely, yes. We're proud to announce that we are welcoming Michelle Levi, CPA Michelle Levi with Elite Image Professional Services. So, Michelle, welcome.
Thank you.
Our new member for Safe Diversity.
All right, give her a hand. Woo! Great.
I was voluntold that I was going to be a member.
An honor. She's also an honoree.
I
Yes,
love it.
we're
I love
honoring
it,
her
yes.
for Black History
Right.
Month.
And while you remember, let me say this. Everybody is here to listen today. And I want to say this because our board member and owner of the radio station, we're going to give him a hand, Mr. Mike Collins, give him a hand.
Yeah.
He wanted me to make sure that I let everybody know here today on the show now what Embracing Diversity show is. We have this show. Number one, we invite people, but number one thing about this show is we raise money for our program to send kids to college. That's number one.
Number
So
one.
if you want to be on the show, then you have to become a member to be on the show. We let some of them slip through, but we want them to become a member, because this show is, he allowed me to have this show is to raise money for our programs and send kids to college. Our program, you guys, from kindergarten through college, it takes money to run all those programs, right? Your kid can grow up in this program. But this show is mainly is to raise money. And they know the language. You want to come on the show, you got to become a member to help us to send kids to college. We send kids to college all over Houston, all over the state. Doesn't matter where they are, as long as they follow Miss Foote and Dr. Williams' criteria, you guys. But this show is about to raise money. And thank you so much for being a member. Let's give her another hand. All right? Thank you. I just had to get that out because he reminds me of that all the time. He reminds me. You
That's
need to let him
very
know.
important.
It's very important. That this show is to raise money. It's to raise money because our goal this year, you guys, is $60,000. So we need you to help us raise that. So if you listen today, if you'd like to give us a donation, go to our website, www.safediversity.org. Give us a donation. Thank you, and have a wonderful and blessed day. We're looking forward to you make a donation. Now I'm turning back over to our host, the one and only Sunshine. Take it away.
Once again, we're honoring Black History Month, and we're honoring Michelle Levi, a colleague, a friend, and amazing at what she does. She has all her certifications, which very professional. And I just love, how professional you have all your information, and, of course, the marketing. The Oreo cookies. We'll be tasting this after.
Have some more cookies. You have a 3. Well, really, I don't need one.
Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and pass the mic so she can introduce herself and let us know everything she does for Houston, the surroundings of Houston. So here you go, Michelle Levi.
Thank you guys so much for inviting me today. Okay. So as Maribel stated, my name is Michelle Levi McDaniel, and I am the president and CEO of Elite Image. We incorporated as Elite Image Tax and Notary Service 15 years ago, but we do business under contracting with the city of Houston, Harris County, the state, so forth, as Elite Image Professional Services. The reason we did that is because taxation is not our only focus of service. It started out primary, but then it became secondary, if you will. So our 4 core services is, of course, taxation, internal, external audits, diversity, not diversity, I'm thinking diversity because it's something else I want to say about that, but disaster recovery, and then, of course, we do educational financial literacy. And so one of the things that we do as far as contracting, so we contract under disaster recovery efforts. So if there's a disaster here in the city of Houston, we sub under Harris County or the city of Houston. So, for example, city of Houston, we had Harvey, we had Ike. Yes. And so what our company did and still doing on a couple of those is we did the financial data for FEMA back to the city of Houston to track the dollars that came into the city. Did we do what we said we were going to do? Did the city of Houston say they were going to do what they did? And then we report that back up to FEMA through the city of Houston, of course. How does that help us? We doing it through housing. And so housing is a very pertinent, essential for living. And so we want to make sure that we're tracking the right dollars, not just by community, but for the entire city, to make sure that we're getting what we need here in the city to rebuild. Harris County, Harvey, same situation. We're contracting through Harris County and the city through Harris County and various other counties. Same thing. What happens when a disaster comes? So we offer post-disaster recovery services. We just completed a grant with the MBDA through HCC, and I wrote a financial literacy guide to help us to get back on track after a disaster. We don't know what to do. We're looking for things, you've lost things, and how do you recapture what you've done? Business owners, how do we stay running? And so those are part of the services that we offer there in disaster recovery. Of course, an audit is just what it is. I want to audit a program. I want to audit where some dollars are going. Am I making money? Am I not? But when we're working, we're teaching our businesses to learn how to read your numbers. You can't be successful if you don't read your numbers. Some of our give back programs is the financial literacy. We go into schools, I partner with organizations for summer youth programs, and we talk about how to transition from high school to college. What does that look like? FAFSA is not promised, right? No, and so in my community, I never thought I was going to go to college because we didn't have the money. Right, until I was introduced to a mentor that absolutely drove me crazy, and then and that's how I got to Baylor. Not because I thought I was going, it's because somebody introduced me to that. And I know it's not a HBU, but I took what they gave me.
That's right.
Right? And so that is how we transform for that. I had a great career in corporate America. It wasn't enough for me. Right? Because I wasn't the pick, if you will. Right? Because I'm opinionated. I'm headstrong.
Right.
And I just wasn't that corporate pick. 15 years ago, I walked away from corporate America. I can do this. And I did it by myself. I don't have a partner. I am the only owner, and I'm a black woman, born and raised in South Park, Texas. I know Texas.
Yes.
And I didn't say Houston, I said Texas. And I don't have any partners, and we've had some great success, and I'm very proud of that. I hire from within my community, and I'm more partial to single women. And so my attorney, he was like, Michelle, you got to hire a man. Why? Right? Why I got to hire a man? And so he told me I had to hire a man because I was only hiring single women because my mom was a single parent.
Right.
So I wanted to
help
support what I grew up with, right? And so he was like, Michelle, you're going to catch a law case. Why? So I hired somebody. I got 3 for 1. I'm going to leave it like that. I got 3 for 1. So, but that's just really what it is. And so my goal at this point is just to make sure that our community, that we learn to bank. Banking is important. Yes. Get off the cash apps, get off of the chimes, and get off the apps. Right. Because that's not a banking relationship. So our communities are struggling financially because we don't have the right tools. We want to Google everything. Well, Google is not your friend when you're in the community because it doesn't give you guidance. It gives you a tip. And it doesn't give you the whole tip. And then you come to me and you think you got the whole answer. It's like, I'm so sorry. Right? And so let's look at banking. File your taxes on time. Right? All of these things are so very...
It's important.
It's so very important. I get sensitive sometimes when I look at our community and see how we're struggling financially. And it's because we're failing because of knowledge. We're failing because of knowledge.
We perish by the lack of knowledge.
Yes. We're afraid to come out of our community box. We're afraid to invest in what that looks like, and so we're continuously failing. So I'm gonna empower everybody that's a part of this call. It doesn't matter what your culture, what your background. I'm just gonna implore you to be diligent about being financially healthy. That's it. What does financially healthy looks like? And some of us don't know, and we're afraid. And you have grown people that don't know. So I want us to be financially healthy. Seek help that is trusted help, right? Google is not your friend. I say that all the time. So that's a little bit about who we are.
All right. Well, I want to say that was a wonderful, wonderful speech, and I just want to say that coming together, we can strive in 2025.
Yes,
we got to come together.
We got to come together.
And by being healthy, we have to know what we're breathing. We have to be able to breathe clean air. Drink clean water, live in a healthy and safe environment, number one.
I agree with that, but one of the I see the financial trends and changes every year. I attend the IRS conference every year. Changes happen every year. And we don't know that. And then you wonder why. What I want us to stay away from is false advertisement. You see the signs on the corners, I can get you a tax refund of this, that, and the third. So not very true. No. Don't believe.
Don't be taken in by
don't believe the hype. And so this administration, how do I say it softly? So previously, the administration wanted to make some tax changes that affected low to income.
Yeah, low to moderate income.
Right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Low to income. So that moderate group, and it affects all of our communities. And so here, what they did not finish and could not get past in that first go around, they're impressing upon that now. And we are going to fail if we don't do it right. If you're working, take the appropriate amount of taxes out of your check. Take the appropriate amount. Your tax rates change 0.1% every year. I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but it really is.
But it does.
So take the appropriate amount out for taxes and save where you can, right? Because everything is going to change. We go back in August, I think, for another tax updates, and you have got to know that everything is changing. The earned income credit is at risk of being lost, and we have families that need that credit that have multiple children under 50,000.
Right.
So be diligent and
do your homework.
Do your homework, right?
Yes.
And just ask for help. So through Maribel, she always invites me somewhere to do something. I never have to worry. But if there's something that you want to do to empower the community, she already knows that I'll be willing to do that, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Because we don't listen.
She's a networker. We call her networking.
We've been rocking together for a lot of years, so I already know.
But we want to come and get you before we can honor you as one of our Black History honorees for today, and everybody gonna come and get a picture, and come stand right here by me. If I can get your picture, come stand right here. By me. You come stand right here by me and get the picture. I need everybody in the picture, and we are so honored to have you today. Thank you for being a member, and thank you for
helping
us with our vision of what we're doing with Safe Diversity, sending kids to college and keeping them in college and helping them to excel. So we want to honor you today as our Black History Month honoree. All righty? Thank you. All right. Again, thank you so much.
When you give your scholarships away,
yes,
so I'll be willing to come back, right?
Yes.
And I only want to talk about how our families need to let the children go.
Right.
At a certain age, you don't get a credit.
Oh,
at a certain age, our parents, you don't get a credit for your children. Your children can still go to school. You can claim the educational credit as if your child is your dependent.
Right.
But with the way FAFSA is going, your children need to be independent of you.
They have to
stop holding on to them so you can get the credit.
Yeah,
and so when you're ready for scholarship time and looking at educational trends, I'll be happy to come back and give some tips, or I don't have to come back. I'll just send them to you, and you just pass them out, right? So people can parents can understand.
You're one of the mentors for Safe Diversity.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Parents got to let the kids go.
Right.
There you go.
Okay. Just before we go, we have one more call on the line. We have one of our mentors for our kids, Officer Colin. He's on the line. If Jeff can hear him. Just put it right.
Oh, got it.
Go ahead and turn this back up.
Yeah. Yes. But we can hear.
All
him.
right. So.
Okay. Are you there, Officer Colin? Are you there?
This is Kim Roxy.
Oh, Kim. Hey, sweetheart. How you doing? That's my baby right here, you guys. Come on, Kim. And you got Kim, and you got your mama with you today?
You know what, Mom? Mom is in the city, but she's not with me.
Okay, well, come on for Black History. And I told her I'm going to be sending you your certificate for Black History. This is my play doll. This is the one and only Miss Kim Roxy. Go ahead, Kim.
Awesome. So glad to be calling in with Safe Diversity. This is Kim Roxy, KIMROXIE, founder of Lamique Beauty.
Yes, ma'am.
We're the
Lamique Beauty.
Black-owned clean makeup brand to launch onto Ulta, the Home Shopping Network, JCPenney.com.
Yes.
And we are manufactured in Houston, Texas.
Yes,
and
when are
we
you
have
going to be
been
back
a
in
long
Houston?
time
When are you going to be in
supporter.
Houston?
When I'll be in Houston on Friday.
This coming Friday?
Okay. We're doing a Black History Month tour with JCPenney, and we will be at the JCPenney store in Pearland from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. on this Friday, February 22nd.
Good. Wonderful.
Okay. We have it now, but we can be there.
February 21st.
Okay, but you need to send us a flyer to my email so we can e-blast so we can be there on Friday, okay?
Okay, I sure will.
All right. Love you much, darling, and thank you so much
Love
for
you.
calling in, okay?
Okay.
And
Okay.
tell my baby I said hello. You tell her Mama Scott says hello, okay?
I sure will. And congratulations. Thank you for all your work. Thank you for all the team's work. And congratulations to all the Black History honorees.
And thank you for all you do, and thank you for being a scholarship recipient every year. You've been doing it for 10 years, so thank you so much for sponsoring a scholarship every year. Thank you so much, sweetheart. And have a wonderful and blessed day, okay?
You all too.
Okay. All right, bye-bye. Is he on the line?
All right, we are trying to get Officer Collins.
Okay.
He's called a couple of times. He's trying.
He's trying.
And I was live streaming, and he was on my live stream for a little bit. So.
Okay, well, can he? Is he gonna call back in? Huh?
Yeah. So for those of you that don't know Officer Collins, he has been with Safe Diversity Communities for years, and he attends the monthly outreach events. He is a great mentor. He had a very good program that he shared with the kids about anti-vaping.
Yes.
He's just been a very strong, influential member of Safe Diversity Communities. Right. And we really would like to talk to him and give him a little bit of on the radio love to Officer Collins.
Is he calling in, Jeff?
Try.
Well, we can't get him, but anyway. But thank you so much, Officer Collins. We can't get you. We've been playing phone tag, but we was trying to get you on here before we do. Okay. Let me. My staff is here today, and I want to thank Miss Johnson, Miss Lakita Johnson, for the beautiful certificate that she created, you guys. I don't know where she is. Miss Flores, can you get Miss Johnson in? We just want to give her a shout out for doing the beautiful certificate that she did today. If you can get her in here, and let us say thank her so much for being here today. They come on Mondays. They'll be started coming with me on Monday. We have extended the show, you guys. We'll be doing every first Monday and every first and the third Monday, our radio show. So we know that the owner would like us to do for 4 Mondays, but right now it's challenging for me, and it's a lot going on, and we're trying to get ready for our August 2nd event. That's our scholarship day, when we give out our scholarships on that day, August 2nd. So if you're listening, put it on your calendar. Save the date, August 2nd, 2025, from 11 to 2:30 at the ULH Center in Greenspoint. That's where we'll be having it. So it's kind of challenging for me to do this, but I did agree to do every first Monday and every third Monday, same time from 10 to 11. So please tune in. We'll be having some amazing guests. We'll have some amazing things to talk about. At this time, I'm going to let each one of my hosts, they're going to close us out and take care of you guys and have a wonderful and great rest of the week. Okay? Dr. Scott, go ahead.
Oh.
Okay, hold on a minute. Okay? Ms. Johnson, I just want to thank you so much for these beautiful certificates that you done. And here she always. Give her a hand, you guys. She is a true artist. But thank you so much. Where's Miss Flores at?
Back out.
Okay, back out. But just want to thank you. And I know you don't want anything to say. I just wanted to show them your work. But thank you so much, sweetheart. Thank you. All right. Have a wonderful day. Okay, Dr. Scott, close out, and then everybody can close us out, okay?
Okay, thank you. A marvelous show. Once again, thanks for all of our Black History Month honorees. Before I close out, I do want to remind people about the Black History Month program, which is February the 23rd, presented by JAMA at Hosanna Lutheran Church. We start at 3 o'clock p.m., so we invite everyone that can to come out. We're actually going to have an awesome panel, and we're going to be talking about financial literacy as well. So we want everybody to come out. And also, I have to mention Sunday for the Future, which is March the 9th, with regards to our environmental equity and justice work that Safe Diversity is involved with. So we're going to talk a little bit more about it on the show next month, but we want everyone to mark your calendars for Sunday, March the 9th, from 12 to 6 p.m. at Discovery Green.
Yes.
So please keep that on your radar, and we'll be talking about it once again. But thank you. Have a great rest of your week.
Okay, I'm Dr. Allen, and I just want to say I have enjoyed this program today. I want to thank each of our special guests for sharing their knowledge and their history, also for the ones that called in. We just want to thank you all, and just excited to be here celebrating Black History Month.
All righty. Thank you. Okay. My sunshine, and then we have Attorney Leona Phillips. Y'all close this out, okay?
I want to thank everyone who's watching the show, as well as my guest, Michelle Levi McDaniel, and Mr. Charles Washington, for attending and being a part of this. And welcome, Michelle, as a new member. We look forward to working together.
Let's
with
give
you.
another hand. I'm so proud. She's a member. She's going to help us send these kids to college. So thank you so much.
And mentor us.
And mentor
and the
us.
kids.
Thank you. Okay.
Wonderful.
All right. This was a great show. I'm so happy to be here with all of my friends, and I'm looking forward to seeing Embracing Diversity twice a month.
Yes. Twice a month. Okay, Attorney Phillips, before you go, can you give them that information so they can contact their senators and representatives? Give them that information so they don't forget that they need to do that. You need to get out and contact your state representative and your senator, your congressman,
make
everybody.
sure that you are looking at the right website. There's a lot of phishing going on and scams. Make sure when you go searching online to talk to your state or local or federal representatives that the website ends with a .gov.
That's right.
Okay? Because there can be people that are out there just trying to get your information or divert your activities and your enthusiasm. So please look up your state, federal, and local representatives. It's easy enough to find them, and make sure that your voice is heard.
All righty. Okay, Jeff, come on and say hello to everybody.
Oh, come on.
Yes.
One more.
Jeff,
come on.
Come on, Jeff.
All right.
Jeff. Come on, Jeff. Say your little two.
Very good program, ma'am. This is a very good program, and the black man and black peoples are very good for this platform. Have a nice day. You can hear him.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jeff. He's our DJ, him and Tark. I know Tark is somewhere in the building. He's busy. But anyway, thank you guys. I would like to thank all of my co-hosts for coming out, helping us make this a wonderful show. And we're looking forward to the next show. So I just want to say this to everyone, as I say every week. Radio Dabang love you. Safe Diversity love you. Embracing Diversity love you. And guess what? You guys, it ain't nothing you can do about it. Hey. Everybody, come on with it now. And have a great and blessed rest of the week. And stay safe. God bless. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.